Greetings and welcome.
Ooh, let me tell you what I want.
Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and disagree on a musical artist. This week, Bill picked Poison. Every week, we rotate out who picks the artist, which is why we can go from some really cool punk rock to some 80s glam to some 2010 metal. You never know what you're going to get. So, with me is Tim.
I'm going to be the dissenter.
And the Poison guy, Bill.
And the Bill.
And the Bill.
Yep.
If you missed the previous two videos, we are a playlist link channel. So click the link below and you can watch all of them in a row. But for those of you, shame, who did not see the previous ones, here's our current rankings. Tim is the oddball out this time. But maybe Bill and I are the oddballs out with the fan bases. We don't know. Let us know down below what your favorite Poison record is. Alright, with all of that bullshit out the way, let's talk Flesh and Blood. You want me to start this one?
You know what? I think it'd be interesting if I started this one. Just, hit everything all at once here.
Or we go back and forth.
Oh, we could.
I got notes for everything.
Yeah, we can go back and forth. So, I'll start with the back and forth. So, 1990, Cinderella's Heartbreak Station. We open with a country-sounding song. Jason, what's your follow-up?
Instrumental's fine. I'm only gripe it's a little too long for what it is. But, it's fine.
Yeah, so, once again, with Heartbreak Station, that first couple had a nice tandem on it.
Which I know you ain't trying to compare Poison of Cinderella. We're going down that road.
With their third studio album
on this album.
With their third studio album that was released in 1990, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It was a thing. Everybody was trying to get rootsy and country.
Yeah.
To show how badass they were.
Yeah, they got a little bluesier.
Yeah.
They got some country vibes coming through here.
It's a new decade.
Yep.
New flavor, new attitudes.
Oh, what you got for Valley? It was a new decade, We had Clinton.
Not yet.
we did have Clinton for Cinderella, though.
Yeah, they knew it was coming. There's a change in the air.
So let's see. The next one that was on Poison's album, so Valley of Lost Souls. It was an okay follow-up from the subpar country-sounding instrumental that preceded this album, and yeah, it just kind of happened.
It was more like bluesgrass,
Oh, bluegrass, which is country?
No, there's a difference. Why would they call it bluegrass and then have another word called country? It's a different.
Because it's bluegrass.
That's like pop punk
bluegrass
and punk,
It's because bluegrass was named after the country music that was found in the bluegrass hills of Kentucky, with its distinctive features.
Distinctive. Key word there. Distinctive. All right.
But it's still country.
Yes, and pop punk is still punk, technically.
Yeah.
Well, and I was getting more of a Delta blues flavor from this one.
Yeah, bluesy,
swampy.
Like the country.
All right, whatever. Valley of Lost Souls, the lead into Valley is pretty cool. Almost has an early Van Halen vibe. The song was fine until the chorus. It was pretty meh.
All right, so then we got an early title track appearance here. I thought it was a kind of cool title track. It was all right. Yeah.
Title track, it's fine. Production's weird on the vocals. Mix too low. Song is fine.
Swamp Juice. Not cool country exploration song.
Soul. Oh.
Another instrumental this soon. Again, it's a little on the long side, and it's a little too early to have another one. But Swamp Juice is better than Uncle Jack.
I'll give you that one.
There's more going on in it.
Yep. I will definitely concur with that. Unskinny Bop. F this song, worst single on this album. Potentially worst single in discography.
Ooh, there's a hot take.
That's a fucking hot take and a half. So, I have a personal history with this song. When, in my teen years, I like to photograph a lot of things, and I like to video. I'd take my dad's camcorder, big heavy bitch, you know, and I would record me and my friends. And I wish I would have saved all those cassettes because I could upload them to YouTube, like my Retro Life. Shout out to that dude. He's from Houston. Or, you know, I see another channel where they're like just uploading like grunge, you know, being a teen in the 90s videos. I had all that shit, but I don't have it anymore. Anyway, I was recording Cowboy one day, and he was shooting his own music video for Unskinny Bop. And we blasted this song, and I'm filming him. And he's like fucking dancing, singing all the words. And it's the 90s, right? Because this isn't like 1990. This is like 93-ish, you know. And his fucking baggy pants just fall down while he's unskinny bopping. And the camera falls because I'm laughing. It's fucking hilarious. And I wish I had a clip of it to show you guys, but I don't. But that's all I got to say about Unskinny Bop.
I mean, Unskinny Bop, I kind of have a personal relationship. So,
Show
sort
us
of
on
like
the
the
doll
more.
where it touched you.
So, the one that some might say is more benign was still an issue that I had. So I was driving around in my, a car here about a year or so ago. For whatever reason, the display got broken. And this is where it's the minor part. And sometimes you'll like scroll and say what song's playing, right? Well, for whatever reason, for the span of like 6 months, my car just permanently said that Unskinny Bop was playing. Just
But
over and over again.
But was Unskinny Bop playing? Or just said
A
that?
couple times it did play.
Because in our
And
generation,
then I was reminded that I was still existing.
listen, youngin, in our generation, you had a cassette deck in your car, and if that motherfucker got stuck, you was fucked. That's all you would hear is that one fucking song.
Well, I mean, here's the other one, because, I had another person that, they really liked Poison, and they fucking played Unskinny Bop on repeat. I got pretty flied with Unskinny Bop.
Oh, we got pretty flied.
Did.
We got pretty flied with Unskinny Bop, too.
Yeah, you did.
So that's my relationship with that one.
Okay. All right. I mean, I didn't say it was a good song. I just had a memory. I didn't say
let's see. Let It Play. It was better than the previous song.
It's fine for what it is. A damn fine pop song with a guitar solo.
All right. And now we're going to start getting to the second half of the album. Not quite there, but we're almost there. Let's finish off this one with Life Goes On. Top song contender. I like the drum and the harmony portions.
Might be a hot take, but I like Life Goes On more than Every Rose Has its Thorn. Best Poison ballad so far. You healed up my wounds. I tasted your tears. Come on, man. That's a fucking ballad.
Good goddamn song. Well, top songs is going to get real interesting for the sound of it really quick. Come Hell or High Water. I thought a decent guitar intro, and then unfortunately the song starts.
It's good. The only thing holding it down is the production. It sounds so empty.
That makes sense. Ride the Wind. Best single on the album, potentially. I just really always, Ride the Wind, Never Looking Back Again. Like, just, I don't know. That's
Motherfucker.
potentially top song contender.
Motherfucker. Top Songs is going to be a bitch.
So quit stealing all my songs now.
Could have been a John Cougar Mellencamp song on the verses, But when that chorus hit, I saw visions of 80s sitcom intros. Top song contender.
Damn.
Riding with never. Like you could just picture like Balky, you know. Pearson Brown.
I can't. I can picture Balky.
Man, kids don't know about no Balky. All right.
Don't
Perfect
skip
stranger.
up an inch. Had some interesting innuendos in it. I thought it was minimalist country rock at times.
It happened. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I think there was some strong cowbell in it, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it was some cowbell. I wouldn't say strong. I mean, it wasn't no Blue Oyster Cult, but it had some cowbell.
Right.
Something to Believe in. The Token Ballad. For me, it was kind of meh. Ballad wise, like, oh, this has been one of their other singles I kind of struggled with myself. Like, I like it, but it's not as catchy as, Every Rose. And in my opinion, I mean, Life Goes On, I thought was a better ballad that occurred on this album here. Not saying it's a bad song, but just it gets overshadowed.
Fuck me. Tim's gonna love this. I just realized tracks 11 and 12, The Offspring have a song called Something to Believe In, and I think they have a song called Ball and Chain as well.
Oh, I'm sure they have a song called Life Goes On and one called Let It Play as well.
Let's Come Out and Play.
Yeah, let's come out and play. That's different.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking they'd have another one. but I'm not as
You gotta
familiar.
keep it separated, anyways. Keep them separated, Tim.
Yeah, give me something to believe in. All right, I appreciate the obvious attempt to diverse musically on this album, but I'm not sure it's working for me with this time. This one sounded like a throwaway Elton John song.
In the cold November rain?
Yeah, this predates
that doesn't come out till 91, though.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's see, Ball and Chain. I felt that there was some country, and it was, time to go to San Quentin or Folsom Prison here. It was interesting how they switched, though, kind of the analogy of the Ball and Chain being more of like a positive tone than a negative tone, because typically Ball and Chain's used negatively, whereas it kind of used it in a positive tone throughout the song, which I thought was interesting lyrically.
I was pleasantly surprised by Ball and Chain. It was not what I was expecting for a song called Ball and Chain, both musically and lyrically. Well done, Poison.
What were you expecting musically? I'm just kind of curious, because like I was picturing like San Quentin or Folsom Prison, which I got, like those.
I was
vibes
picturing
from-
fucking Poison, from the 80s.
But you know what I got from it?
What'd you get, Tim?
Social distortion.
It was kind of, yeah, I could see that. It's like
Country rock.
it's country rock, yeah, but sped up a little.
Yeah, 50s country rock.
Yeah, it was interesting from Poison. I was shocked.
Well, now we've got. Oh shoot, we don't got that one. Wait, helps if I'm on the right album. That's why.
You got
Okay.
those
Life,
in
Loves, and
bootleg YouTube
Tragedy.
Life Loves a
playlists.
Tragedy. Another ballad? Okay, it's all right. Never mind. Not a ballad at all. But it's still all right.
This one takes a turn as well. I wasn't expecting. None of it is really great or anything, but I'm liking the surprises. Like, you're right. This song, you're like, oh, okay, here we go, and then it's like, what the fuck, I was
It's like, all right, here's a rock ballad. Oh, it's not a rock ballad.
It's an arena rock song.
Then we get Poor Boy Blues, and I think Jason, you and I are going to differ significantly on this one. My comment is, no one asked for this. Why did we get it?
Poor Boy Blues, best closer so far. It's bluesy, it's funny, a few surprises. CC was tearing some shit up. I dug it. Hey, but 13 out of or 1 out of 14 ain't bad.
I really like the way the drums sound on this album. And there's a couple like acoustic guitar choices that I don't sit well with me, especially on like the instrumentals in the beginning. But overall, I really like the rhythm guitar tone on this thing too. Like it sounds really good.
Man, see, I'm the opposite. That was my problem with it. I didn't think. I thought the production was awful,
Huh.
and it was the
I mean,
remastered
there are
one.
some spots where there's some interesting choices.
It sounded very
Um,
empty. Like the whole record just kind of sounded like it wasn't as loud as it could have been.
Interesting. No, I think the drums sound really like they sound like real drums in a real room.
The drums
I don't.
do probably sound the best. Yeah.
There's the most bass I've heard on a Poison album so far. There's a couple spots where the bass really fills out the tone. Like the production wise, I think it sounds really good. And yeah, you can tell like this is them trying to get serious or whatever as musicians.
Yeah.
But then Unskinny Bop feels really out of place. And yes,
doesn't
it was written for the video, and the video was huge. But yeah, just listening to it on its own now, it's like, I mean, the bass sounds all right, but like it's just that typical '80s eighth note. There's nothing special about it.
I will say I like that the name Unskinny Bop is just it was just noises that he just sung it over it to.
Well, yeah, and
it's never
we get a
fun to
little
do.
scat man Brett Michaels on this album, and I don't think anybody's asking for that.
I am so.
I liked
curious.
Valley of Lost Souls, though. I do think like if that was the opener, it'd probably be the best opener so far. But it's not, so we won't go with it. And Let It Play sounds like a Black Oak, Arkansas type song to me.
Yeah.
Like, like Jim Dandy to the Rescue type stuff. Life Goes On, that was a big hit. And it's pretty good. Come Hell or High Water, I think that actually, like, that's cool guitar riff and sounds really good. Like, I like that song. Okay, top song contender. Ride the Wind, top song contender. And maybe my favorite song when I was 10.
You liked Perfect
Don't
Strangers.
Give It Up an Inch. The what?
You liked Perfect Strangers.
Yeah. Cousin Larry.
I'm playing defense tonight.
And then the album kind of fall off for me, honestly. Don't Give It Up an Inch is okay. It's there. Something to Believe In is... I know it was a hit. It is just totally like a Nickelback ballad. It's a power ballad. And they try to get a little gospel-y with it, and I don't know if it works. And you take the high road, and I'll take the low road.
That's because that was really Something to Believe In was the first one that an organ became prevalent, right? Like, and I mean that makes some appearances later on too, which I'm sure we're gonna get to in this discussion.
There's some native
because this
tone.
was a hit, so
Oh, this works. We got to do it again.
Yeah. Ball and Chain, it's like, it sounds like he told his girlfriend he'd write a song for her and then kind of failed miserably at it.
Oh, like the relationship.
I mean, that's true.
Who'd have thunk it? And then, Life's Love's a Tragedy, it's okay. And Poor Boy Blues, it's okay. And then I did hear the bonus tracks for the first time. Something to Believe in acoustic with new lyrics was interesting. I think I prefer the original though. And then there's an instrumental cover of God Save the Queen that actually sounds really good. I kind of wish I could hear Bret Michaels singing that because musically they sound really on point with it. And that would have been an interesting choice in this mature blues drenched pop album that again doesn't really do anything new musically.
No, nothing new here.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say too much until after we rank it here.
The album cover too. I didn't know this. They had actual like blood on it originally.
Yeah, that's Brett's actual tattoo.
Yeah, and they edited that out.
Yeah.
It's my turn to rank, isn't it?
Yep. You're welcome.
That's all right. I think I got this.
Do you?
I think it's Tim's number 2.
That is correct.
Now,
Hi, Jason.
I'm gonna say it's Bill's number 3.
Yeah, you got it.
And now for Final Jeopardy.
It's my number 3 as well. That's what I was going off of.
Wow.
That's what I was going off of. My notes say at the end, I had 2 issues with it. One was the production. The band recording sounds so empty, especially for 1990. If they had a Mutt Lange or
Have the
something,
money.
I think it would have been a lot better. While it was a more mature album, both musically and lyrically, besides Unskinny Bop, a lot of it didn't work for me. I enjoyed listening to the other albums more. It's hard to rank it. I could see it taking number 1 or 3rd, but for now, it's going 3rd.
So my notes, tale of two halves here. Stop me if you've heard this before. Hair / glam rock
Stop.
band releases an album in 1990 that has country / blues influences and starts to experiment a little bit. Oh, by the way, this is also the band's 3rd album. And, they experiment, and the experimentation doesn't go so well with what they experimented on. However, and that's just the first half. Second half, okay. They actually put together a decent album that their experimentation, I feel like, paid off in a lot of aspects. It also failed in some, but it paid off in others. This was, for me, this album was Cinderella's Heartbreak Station for the first half, and the second half was, I don't want to say more unique, but more differentiated from what Poison's counterparts did in 1990.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it better than Heartbreak Station?
I think it is.
Are you talking about the first half or the album as a whole?
As a whole. Is Flesh and Blood better than Heartbreak Station?
As a whole, yes.
I would
First
say so, too.
half, no. I will say that. First half of the album,
So you got a pretty comparable.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd take it over Cinderella. What was Def Leppard doing in 90?
Getting ready for Adrenalize before they forgot that, they have to produce.
Yeah, they were
music
still on
now.
Hysteria.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're getting ready to prep Adrenalize. I mean, they're the only ones that really didn't have a true country until, well, later in their career.
Me personally, I know my hot take hasn't come yet. Has your hot take come yet, Bill?
Nope. Well, I mean, kind of. Considering I've got Flesh and Blood already at 3rd, that's a hot take.
See, I didn't know
technically.
that. I thought everyone liked the first 2 more than...
I mean, typically how most people will rank it. I mean, Usually it's either Flesh and Blood or Open Up and Say Ah as like the 1-2s for a lot of people. Tim would be very right on Poison Par, which is interesting to say.
Okay. I got my hot take's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna shake some shit up.
Well, speaking of shaking shit up,
Shake it up.
God, I can't wait for Jason and I to line up on the next album.
All right. So stick around. Next, we're talking Native. There's some lineup changes on that one we got to get to. And, yeah, be safe. Make good decisions.